only me again. After my last video, I thought it would be quite useful to share with you the main thing that I do to avoid making mistakes these days. Making mistakes being eating food that isn't the best thing for me, okay? Namely, processed food. And this week, let's just take this week as the example. Exercise is helping, because exercise categorically makes me not want to put bad things into my body. So as long as I exercise every day, especially first thing in the morning before I eat anything, that is the best time to do a 2-hour walk or a 1-hour walk or 30-minute walk, whatever. But that is a really good way of stopping the cravings coming later on in the day. 100%, I know that. For me anyway, this is. So exercising first thing, keeping hydrated, huge difference. If I'm not hydrated, I get hungry, because you know how they say our for some reason we mistake thirst for hunger, so we tend to reach for food over a drink, over water. So that's one thing, keeping topped up with water, which, you know, I say this but I haven't done that today, so I'm going to have to rectify this, aren't I? Avoid mistakes. And the number one thing that I do is actually very, very simple. I look at the food, like for example in the house sit where we are now, she's got a cupboard filled with processed crap, you know, biscuits and crackers and, you know, all sorts of stuff going on in there. I haven't looked properly, so I don't know. But if I was having a dodgy moment, I might well go to that cupboard and have a look. And if I did, I would look at the food that I was looking at. For example, let's say, I know she's got biscuits in there, let's just say, and I would think about how I would feel physically and mentally if I ate those things, okay? And I can tell you from a lot of experience of, you know, making mistakes, that processed food makes me feel like this, the following. It's a whole list of things. The first thing that would happen if I ate processed food, highly processed food, where the majority of ingredients really are not food at all, you know, they're just chemicals. The first thing that would happen is I would start to feel very, very tired. My brain would start to clog over, get foggy. If I was on the computer, I wouldn't be able to type as clearly, I wouldn't be able to type as well. You know, it just affects brain function massively for me. And the next thing that would happen would be my fingers and my toes would feel tingly and swell, they would swell. A little bit like this. This is what would happen, and I haven't had any processed food, so, but my fingers and toes would swell up. My ankles would swell up as well. My, I know this because I've had this so many times. The backs of my hands would start to crawl. It would feel like I had a rash. It's probably an allergic reaction or something, but it would feel probably to MSG, but I'd feel like I had a rash. My face would begin to crawl, my eyes would swell, both feeling like the balls of the eyes would swell. Oh dear, it's not going very well, is it? I would also feel like my eyelids and, you know, my whole face would swell. One thing that Dave and I have in common is if we eat processed food, our necks begin to ache. We get very sore around the necks. The lower back begins to ache. Everything aches. I can't tell you how awful I feel when I have processed food. So thinking about those sorts of things really puts me off, because if, I don't know, for example, the biscuit thing, if there was a packet of biscuits there, all I have to do is look at them and think, 10 minutes after eating you, that's how I would feel. You're not worth it. And opt for a juice or a smoothie or, you know, berries or something, whatever. So that is one way I deal with it. And I definitely find as well, like with cravings, if you can just ride them out, they do go. You know, it might take half an hour or something. In some instances, it's taken 3 days for a craving to go for me. But yeah, if you can ride it out and just fill yourself up with other things, preferably don't allow yourself to go hungry, which I'm very guilty of. But when I eat more food, obviously I don't crave as much. And by not craving as much, I'm not looking to quick fixes, convenience foods, processed foods. So that's kind of it. Bye then. Hi again. I made a video earlier. Hiya! I made a video. Hiya! Not only how it's going to make me feel, but how it's physically going to affect me. Well, that is how it feels. Oh, you know what I mean, don't you? Clearly I don't. Hello. Hello. I got to thinking, oh, clearly you didn't, did you? You didn't get to thinking because you can't use your brain. Hello. Hello, it's me again. Oh, for crying out loud. Where I used to make mistakes, oh, I don't know, every day. I probably make mistakes maybe once a week now, okay? So that's how it's getting better. And the way that I avoid slipping up, well, it's not really learned, it's, oh, shut up! It's not easy being me, kiddos, it's not easy.